Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Thursday, the 22nd day of July. It's National Panouche Fudge Day today. That sounds very hoity-toity. Panouche fudge. It's National Hammock Day.
I love hammocks.
Every time I even hear the word hammock, I think of the time we bought a two-person hammock, and I told Heidi, I think I'm too big for a two-person hammock with you. And she's like, no, it'll be great. It'll be fun. And we sit in the two-person hammock, and the thing breaks, and we land on the ground. We should have not done that. It's also Rat Catcher's Day today. So if you're catching rats, you're doing God's work, my friend. And National Refreshments Day today. All of these things happening. And I've got a Dear John letter from Mr. Popular. Somebody that's overextended and obligated themselves to too many things. And I got to tell you, Mr. Popular, you've sent your letter to the right place.
Alrighty.
I do this all the time. And do I have a plan for you? You can chime in with your advice, by the way, at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. New study finds that stimulating games like playing cards could prevent Alzheimer's onset by up to 5 years. That's good.
That's very good.
So if that's something that is like a family history in your family, start playing cards and doing things that make the brain, really think and work and all that stuff. I've got a link to that study.
We used to play cards all the time.
Anything in a
it's
long
been
time, yeah.
ages.
You know what happened? Smartphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got smartphones. I
don't even remember how to play the game we used to play.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'm sure it's online.
Yeah.
We'll have to look it up on our smartphone. Okay, over here. A new poll of 2,000 American women between the ages of 18 and 65 find that 1 in 3 women are shaving their underarms less than they did in the past. This happened over the last year. Moreover, many of these women plan to keep the trend going after things get back to normal. Do you shave your underarms more or less or the same?
I don't shave anything as much as I used to, but
Really?
not...
My wife is Sasquatch.
Kind of, sometimes.
No, it's not that
If
bad.
I'm wearing shorts or, a tank top or whatever, I make sure that everything looks
oh.
good. I would never go out with hairy underarms or hairy legs. No.
Thank you for all that. That was way more than we
Well,
needed.
you
to know.
asked.
I did, and that's my fault. Surveys and studies and such.
That's on me.
Brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Each day we have all kinds of silly stories, but we want to remind you, every once in a while we got to say that addiction is no laughing matter.
Correct.
So if that's something you struggle with, we're not laughing at you. We're hoping to help you and other folks get the help you need at timeforrehab.com. A man opened fire and plowed his truck through the front of a Georgia bar. Why? He was kicked out for being too drunk. Bad idea, dude.
Oh
34-year-old
gosh, talk
Eduardo
about an overreaction.
Morales. Yeah, he crashed his Dodge Ram into a bar. Some bar goers jumped in and wrestled a gun away that he was trying to reload. Don't know exactly what happened, but a woman was grazed by a bullet and a patron was hit twice by the truck. The weapon was empty as they drove the vehicle into the bar through the front doors, striking numerous patrons.
Wow.
He attempted to back out of the establishment but got stuck. That's when they jumped in and took the gun away.
Dude, just do what everybody else does and take your aggressions out at McDonald's.
No, don't do that either. What is the deal with that lately? That has been crazy.
No.
Just don't do any of that. He was arrested, by the way, because that is what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Britney Spears, in a couple of stories here, she ripped her dad and her sister in a profane Instagram post Saturday. She posted a series of videos dancing in her living room afterwards. So, okay. And AJ
I feel
McLean,
really bad for her.
I do too. That whole thing is just
Yeah.
such a talented young lady. AJ McLean of the Backstreet Boys says Britney Spears' conservatorship is insane and completely brutal.
Yeah.
So
It is.
I don't know all the details of it, but again, it does sound very bizarre. And now big screen. The Suicide Squad director, James Gunn, said in a recent interview that he thinks new superhero movies are, quote, mostly boring, end quote.
I would have to agree. Well, I don't watch a lot of
haven't
them,
watched
so
one.
I
You don't-
really
Yeah.
can't say to any degree of certainty, but that's why I don't watch them, because they're
There you go.
pretty boring.
Says the lady who hasn't watched them. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com, promo code RADIO. A new high-tech toilet can turn human excrement into digital currency. What does that even mean?
No, it can't.
Okay, digital currency is just online. So it's like a thing that only lives on a computer. So I don't know how this works exactly.
Whatever.
It makes no sense to me, and Heidi is mad that I won't let her say what she wants to say.
I have something
She
that
does.
is gold,
Yeah,
and
it's
he
gold.
will not let me say it.
Comedy gold.
Which
But
is
it's
why
not.
I'm quiet most of the
But it's
time on
not.
this show, because I always have comedy gold,
Yeah.
and he will never let me say it.
I'm just afraid we're going to get kicked off the air. That's all. Her comedy gold is not necessary. Have you followed her on Facebook? I'm just saying. How many posts did you get just yesterday banned on Facebook?
4
There you go. One day.
yesterday.
Yeah. Wildfires continue to rage across the U.S., burning nearly 1 million acres in a dozen states. That's really sad. Wildlife officials say non-native oversized goldfish are taking over the lakes in Minnesota. So giant non-native oversized goldfish. So that just seems bizarre. I wonder how that happened. People getting rid of them from an aquarium, you think? And then
Well,
it
I
goes
don't
into
know.
A sheriff's department has unveiled America's first COVID-sniffing dog. So they're going to have a dog that will be able to
great.
sniff out COVID. And I love this story way more than I should. An Arkansas semi-truck full of ramen noodles crashed into a lake. I shouldn't love that because that's, it's a terrible tragedy that something like that would happen. I hope
If
everybody
the lake
involved...
would have been hot,
I hope
everybody could have had a
everybody-
delicious
That's what I was going to
meal.
say. I hope everybody involved is okay because I don't find that funny at all. But I just find it kind of humorous. And I'm like, hey, that's what you do with ramen. So you put it in water. I don't know. That's going to do it for your scoop of the day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, I got this Dear John letter posted earlier in the week, so if you'd like to chime in, you can do that. Some folks already have. By the way, thank you to the people who do that. There's some that do that on a pretty regular basis. For those of you who do, extra bonus points for you. I appreciate it a bunch. You get an extra helping of love from John and Heidi. For the rest of you, hey, maybe you could step it up a little bit. No, we love that you listen. And if you would like to chime in, Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Here's the letter for this week. Dear John, I think I've overcommitted myself. I have 3 events to go to on the same evening. My neighbor invited me to his house for a party. My parents will be in town, and they're at my sister's house for a family night. And my boss is having a get-together earlier in the evening. I can easily do the family night and the boss get-together, but I will miss my neighbor's party. What do I do? Should I try to make all 3? My neighbor's always at my stuff, so I'm going to feel bad if I skip his party altogether. But I'm going to feel weird showing up a few hours late. Any advice? Signed, Mr. Popular. So, Heidi, is there anybody on the planet that has a better grasp on this kind of thing than us? We, all the time, have a lot of stuff to go to.
Okay.
We seem to make it work, though, don't we?
It's not because we're super popular. It's
No.
because you overcommit
Yeah.
us to crap.
Heidi's like, wait a minute. What are we doing?
Right. And we have to be there at what time we have to be at this thing
This one gets
20
done.
minutes before that other thing
What time does this get done? Oh, it gets
ends
done at 7. Well, when does that one start? 6:45?
No, it's not because everybody's like, oh, please, John and Heidi,
No,
please,
I
please,
understand.
please, please,
no,
please.
I get it. I'm not saying it's because we're popular. I'm saying
Okay.
it's because
I just want to make
we're
sure.
just a ton of fun. That's all. So anyway,
No.
should I
Because
give
my
you?
husband's an idiot.
Should I give you the floor and let you tell people what to do, or should I just answer this? I think I know what the answer is.
I think you just go to all of them.
You do, but here's how you do it. Before you go to your parents' house, which one's first? Family night. Okay, the boss is going to have the early evening thing. So before you go to your boss's house and before you go to family night, go over and talk to the neighbor. Let them know that, hey, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got this and this. I'm going to swing back. But before I leave, do you need anything? If you guys want, you can park in my driveway. If you need anything at all, whatever. And talk to them ahead of time so they know that you're not just snubbing them. Then go see your family. No, which one was first? Yeah, go see your boss. Make sure you write this down, by the way. Then go see your boss and enjoy that evening because you don't want to skip out on that. That could be really important for your future. And then if your parents are in town, you definitely got to go see them. But the good news is, if hanging out with your family is anything like hanging out with my family, after an hour or two, you're going to be able to say, boy, I really got to get rolling because my neighbor's having a party and I obligated myself to that. So you got like the perfect out to leave. It's like a get out of jail free card, right, Heidi?
Yes.
So they can just say, hey, it's time to go. Heidi is over there apparently sending messages to
Sorry.
somebody. What are you doing?
I'm Mrs. Popular.
Oh boy, I kind of put that right out there. So if it were me, that's what I would do. I would stop to the neighbor's house first, so you're touching base before anybody else. And you can even get there give yourself 20 minutes, a half hour, whatever, so you've got some time to be there, not just, hey, I'm just coming over to say goodbye before I leave. Go there, and then you can even help. So if there's some stuff they need help getting ready, whatever, you can do that. Go do the other 2 obligations, then come back. And now you're not going to feel weird being there 2 hours late because you got there before everybody else did. See?
There you go.
Everybody wins.
There you go.
And you got to leave from your house anyway, and you're going to come home to your house anyway. So you're going to be leaving and coming home right next door to your neighbor's house. That just makes a ton of sense. If you would like to chime in with your advice for Mr. Popular, you can do that on our Facebook page. I think Heidi might be on there responding to people. I don't know what she's doing. I get very nervous when she's on that computer. You can chime in, though, with your advice at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow. And if you've got a letter to send for next week or a future week, you can do that either through our website or through our Facebook page. All of the details at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Blue Ivy Carter is the youngest person ever to appear on a Billboard chart. January 2012, Jay-Z released his hit Glory, a dedication to his firstborn child, Blue Ivy Carter. The rapper decided it would make sense to have her featured on the song, so he included a clip of her crying before the track ends.
Okay.
Because her dad officially credited her in the song's title, she became the youngest person ever to have a Billboard hit at a mere 2 days old. So it's going to be tough to beat that record. There you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline China. A 14-year-old female Chinese basketball player who stands 7 foot 4 inches tall
Whoa!
is drawing comparisons to NBA great Yao Ming. So that's kind of cool. She's 14 and she's 7 foot 4.
Crazy.
That is super tall. Yeah, it's very, very tall. So our son is like 6 foot 4. She's a foot taller than him.
Wow.
Crazy, crazy. Very cool. That is today's news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Tampa man is in custody after crashing his way through a gate at an airport. Deputies told of a suspicious vehicle, went to the runway at 4:48 a.m., and they found this vehicle near some commercial airplanes. They tried to stop the driver, 36-year-old Herrera Hamilton Morano, but he headed to the U.S. Coast Guard station, crashing through the security gate. From there, he stopped the vehicle in a large hangar and ran to a parked C-130. It's a military transport plane. He managed to get into the cockpit where they arrested him. Nobody was harmed. None of the aircraft were damaged. Further investigation found his vehicle was also a stolen vehicle. He faces charges of fleeing and eluding, trespassing, grand theft auto, habitual traffic offender, burglary, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. Also faces potential federal charges.
My favorite part of that is habitual traffic offender.
Yeah, he's a habitual traffic
That's
offender.
hilarious.
Yeah, it is kind of a funny charge. But it's not a funny story. It's today's weird news. Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. Springfield police arrested a man for allegedly shooting at city cameras with paintballs. This happened, again, in Springfield. Ryan Walsh, spokesperson there, said the police were alerted that a man had shot at a city camera with a paintball gun. The man, identified as 23-year-old Manuel Torres, was seen returning to the area. He followed an alert to police. They stopped him, placed him under arrest. They found the paintball gun in his car, charged with 2 counts of defacement of property, 2 counts of violating a city ordinance for firing a paintball gun.
So he was trying to cover the camera so they couldn't take pictures of people?
Yeah, so he was trying to shoot over the camera. Again, apparently, I don't know, but it didn't work. They knew, because of the camera, they knew exactly what he looked like. So not a good plan. That is why this is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
I guess.
All right. You don't look too happy. You haven't gotten one right in a while.
I haven't.
It says you're on a dry. I think you might get this one. Should I give you some hints?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to give you any hints. I'm going to think mentally. Okay. Are you getting what I'm sending you mentally?
No.
All right. Paradise Valley, Casper, Wyoming. Is it a golf course or is
I'm
it a
gonna
rehab
say that's
center?
a golf course.
Paradise Valley is a golf course.
Yeah,
Good job.
You would not call a rehab facility paradise. You just
never know.
wouldn't.
Could be. Absolutely could be. That is how we play. Oh, by the way, good job, Heidi. You're
Thank
back.
you.
You're back on the board, back in the game.
Back on the board.
Yeah, and you're gonna have a winning streak the rest of the month.
Okay.
I'm excited for you. That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by timeforrehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And I love this story. You got to tell me, did we already talk about this? Because I read this earlier in the week, but I don't remember if we talked about it on the radio or not. Cab driver has been delivering groceries to seniors for 15 years.
I don't think so.
I don't think we have either, but somebody sent it to me, and I said, oh, I do love that one. A Checker cab driver in Calgary has been delivering groceries to elderly people every weekend for the last 15 years.
I love this.
His name is Iqbal Alaman, and I hope I said that right. I probably got it wrong, and I apologize for botching the name. That's me. He's 69, by the way. He spends every Saturday with his family serving his community. He said it all started with a few regular clients. With time going by, I see they're not doing so well. And then he said, I told them from now on, I'll buy your groceries because you don't have much energy left. The operation now serves 20 to 25 people on a regular Saturday. Every Saturday, he arrives at the Real Canadian Superstore before they open. He's there ready to buy and deliver groceries for dozens of seniors. His wife takes a phone order during the week and tracks them in a spreadsheet. The sons start helping with grocery runs during the pandemic, so they're involved now as well. And the day is not done until 7 p.m. Keep in mind, they're there when the store opens. And for most weeks, again, they're working until 7 p.m. And keep this in mind, the time that they give is for free. They're doing this just for free.
Wow.
They say it's a big commitment. Whatever we want to do or travel or go somewhere, we're like, well, we can't really leave our seniors on a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
They say it is much more than just groceries. They think that they're making a huge impact because, well, everybody's telling them they are. They are. It is a great story. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
And I would like to say that in most communities that you live in, there is a program called Meals on Wheels. And if you want to volunteer for that, you can, and they would love to have your help.
Yeah.
I used to do that while I delivered Meals on Wheels, and I loved it.
It is a really, really cool thing. I've got a link to this story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.